Hi everyone. Today I decided to take you on a walk with me and share some insights that I got this morning from a conversation with a beautiful lady. So first of all, here is Bo. He's my walk partner every day, so he's going to be with us. So the conversation this morning was about our mother. And I know it's something I touched on slightly yesterday, but I thought it was very important for us to go a bit deeper on this conversation. So the conversation I had this morning was with a lady, and she was telling me how suddenly after she got her first son, and sometime after he started to interact with her, she suddenly started to act just like her mom. And for her it was very difficult. It's a difficult time for her, and the reason why she came to me is because she wants to have a second child and it just doesn't seem to happen yet. So coming back to the subject, she's acting like her mom and she hates it. She hates it because all of her life, since she can remember, she's always promised to herself that she will never act like her mother, never say the same things like her mother, never treat her children like her mother did. And that's very funny. Well, not funny, but what's usually happening to all of us women with regards to that is the more we despise something, the more we want to throw it away, the more it comes back just running after us. If we look into it, we really only knew our mother the day they became mothers, our mothers. And it's very easy for us to forget that they once were a child, they were a teenager, they were a young lady, and at some point in their life, they had us. I hope you can hear me because there's quite a lot of wind here. And the thing is, we very easily forget they are people, that our mother is a person, not only our mother. She had her own problems, her own challenges as a woman in a relationship, maybe with her own parents, or whatever. And it's very easy for us to forget that. And for most of us, what we do is, as we grow up, we straight away think about what we don't want to reproduce from our parents, our mom or our dad, and we're like, oh, I will never do the same to my children. I will never do that. But as I was saying, that's exactly what tends to happen later in life. So this lady, when her son got approximately around 1 year of age, starting to interact with her, then she understood that she was starting to act very similar to her mom, more and more, without understanding it, without understanding why, without controlling it. If we look into it, there's one thing that we can understand. The very first example we had of being a mom was from our own mother. So even if we said all of our life that we don't want to reproduce something, that we don't want to do something, that we don't want to be like them, when later in life we suddenly become a mom, which is usually what tends to happen. It usually tends to happen while we're pregnant or when we actually become a mom. As we don't know yet what it is to be a mom, then our unconscious will look into the examples we have of being a mom. So it will go and look for the examples we had. So usually our mother, the view is absolutely magnificent up here. So that's exactly what I wanted you to see today. So important to make nature part of our lives. So coming back to my thought, our unconscious will look for the very first example that you had of what it is to be a mom. So even if consciously you really don't want to be like your mom, it will straight away go and run that program that you have in your mind of what it is to be a mom. And it will go straight to the people that raised you. So again, usually your mother, but it can be anybody that raised you up. And whatever that example was, and even if you don't want to, you will tend to reproduce. So that's exactly the conversation I had this morning with that lady. So it's so important to look at the relationship we have with our mother, because there's so much healing we can get there. If we think she hasn't given enough, loved enough, spent enough time, whatever we think she didn't give us enough of, this might have an impact in our life as an adult. And again, it doesn't mean that we need to accept absolutely everything that happened. Whatever happened. What we can't accept is for it to impact us as adults. So it's really about you, about what you make of it, about how you accept or don't accept for it to impact you today. In your life as a woman, in your fertility, whatever the challenge you're going through right now. Just letting you know that there's so much healing you can get from looking at your relationship with your mom. And even if you tell me that you have an amazing relationship with your mom, that you have all the conversations, etc., if there's something that's not working in your life today the way you would like it to, maybe you should have a deeper look at it. Is there anything that you still wish would have been different? Because if I think things should have been different, that you should have done a different way, that they should have taken care of me in a different way, that they should have spent more time with me, then I don't acknowledge whatever they didn't have to give me, whatever they didn't know how to do better. I'm not making peace somehow with what has been. I'm not letting myself free of whatever has been in the past. So just inviting you today to look at your relationship with your mother specifically and how it can be impacting you. Hope you liked that walk with me and speak to you soon. Bye-bye.